Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Hi guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob Connor here again with another video, and this time we're going to be looking at, it's the ROBOCOP DVD collection, which has obviously got 4 films in the franchise. I'm not sure if they're going to be making any more. I'd probably like to see maybe a remake of the first film rather than reboot. I think we've had too many reboots, if I'm being honest. I think we'd like to see more remakes of the originals possibly, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, here's the first 3 films that I've got. ROBOCOP trilogy, first 3 films on DVD. Obviously the classic, awesome, which is still ahead of its time, ROBOCOP the first movie, which is just awesome all the way through. One of my favourite films of the 80s, and one of my favourite action films of all time. Still just one of the best films to watch. Action in terms of violence, it's still strong, and just a good story. And yeah, never get bored of watching it. Usually watch it a few times a year. Never get bored of it, so good. And this copy of this one is the uncut, awesome version, which you see like a lot more blood, a lot more violence, which is really awesome. Better than the original. If you haven't seen that, see the uncut version of ROBOCOP. It's better than the cut version. Then 2 is really good. People say it's not as good, but I think it's just as good. It's just really awesome, really strong, and the violence is pretty strong, just as strong as the first. And Kane, the baddie, which is one of my favourite villains, is really awesome when it becomes Robo Kane. It's really awesome, and yeah, I think it's really good. It's got good length to it. It's quite a lengthy film. Really enjoyable, fun to watch. Usually watch that a few times a year. Really good moments in it. Got a lot of good action, and it's just really awesome. Just as good as the first, I think, in my opinion. Now we go on to the third, which is not as good as the first couple, unfortunately. It's just not that great, but it is enjoyable to watch because it's part of the ROBOCOP franchise, and it's got its fun moments, enjoyable. Obviously, Robo's in it again. Got the flight pack, a couple not new weaponry in that, but yeah, I mean, so it's no classic, but still fun and enjoyable. It's part of the Robo franchise. And then obviously we come on to the reboot, I guess, of the ROBOCOP, which is about 2014, which is, nowhere near as good as the first couple, but it's enjoyable, has its enjoyable moments, and the action is pretty decent, nothing wrong with that, and it's got fun and enjoyable moments, but yeah, not classic.